Has the real culprit behind the UAE's nuclear power plant attack now been exposed, with a top Emirati official openly pointing the finger at an Iran-aligned militia in Iraq? A senior UAE presidential advisor has framed the Baraka drone strike as part of Iran's wider axis of resistance, implying that Tehran did not act alone. Did Tehran quietly order a regional proxy to hit America's closest Arab partner in the Gulf? A senior United Arab Emirates official made a serious accusation against Iran on May 20th, alleging Tehran's proxies were behind the recent attack. The UAE presidential advisor claimed that Iran-backed militias in Iraq were responsible for targeting the Barakah nuclear power plant. He described the strike on the nuclear facility as a dangerous indication of the regional threat posed by such groups. The official compared this alleged threat to hijacking and piracy in the Strait of Hormuz, framing it as part of a broader pattern of coercion. He warned that from Hormuz to Baraka, the danger now extends beyond the Persian Gulf to the stability of the entire global order. The advisor further accused Iran-aligned actors of using chaos and coercion as tools to preserve their political and strategic position in the region. Gargash's ex-post read, quote, "Targeting Iranian militias in Iraq at the Baraka peaceful nuclear power plant is a dangerous indicator of the scale of the threat facing the region, resulting from the absence of the nation-state on one hand, and clear violations of international law on the other, including the first additional protocol to the 1977 Geneva Conventions and UN Security Council Resolution 487 of 1981. Just as the hijacking and piracy of the Strait of Hormuz pose a threat to the global economy and the international order, the targeting of Baraka is a directed criminal act and a direct violation of international law. From Hormuz to Baraka, the threat transcends the Arabian Gulf to affect the entire international system, reflecting a mentality of chaos and blackmail that disregards the security of peoples, international law, or the stability of the global economy, in its pursuit of survival and the imposition of its aggressive logic." Unquote. The UAE also revealed that its air defense systems have intercepted 6 hostile drones over the past 48 hours. The UAE Defense Ministry further said the statement that these drones were aimed at civilian areas as well as critical infrastructure, increasing the seriousness of the accusations. Authorities in the UAE have also confirmed that all incoming drones were successfully neutralized in time, with no casualties reported and no significant damage to key national facilities. Officials in Abu Dhabi claim that advanced tracking systems and ongoing investigations have linked all of the recent drone attacks back to Iraqi territory as their point of origin. This assessment reportedly also includes drones connected to the May 17th attack on the Barakah nuclear energy plant, further intensifying concerns over the targeting of highly sensitive infrastructure. UAE's Defense Ministry said in a statement, and I quote, "The Ministry of Defense announces that during the past 48 hours, the UAE air defense systems have successfully detected and engaged 6 hostile drones that attempted to target civilian and vital areas in the country. The air defense forces succeeded in intercepting and neutralizing the hostile targets with the highest levels of readiness and efficiency, without recording any human casualties or impact on the safety of vital facilities." In the context of completing the investigations related to the brazen attack on the Baraka nuclear energy plant on May 17, 2026, the results of technical tracking and monitoring confirmed that the 3 drones, 2 of which were successfully engaged, while the third struck at an electrical generator outside the internal perimeter of the plant on that date, in addition to the drones intercepted later, were all originating from Iraqi territory. The Ministry of Defense affirms that the United Arab Emirates reserves its full right to take all necessary measures to protect its sovereignty and national security, in accordance with international laws and covenants. The Ministry of Defense emphasizes the full readiness of the armed forces to deal with any threats targeting the security of the state and its national capabilities. Unquote. A detailed report says the drone attack linked to the UAE's Barakah nuclear power plant was not meant to blow up the facility, but was carefully designed to send a message to Abu Dhabi and the wider region. The drone deliberately hit one of the plant's energy suppliers rather than the reactor itself, a move interpreted as a warning shot to show the attacker's reach and capabilities without crossing the ultimate red line. Sources quoted in the report say the implied message was stark: "We can also strike the nuclear reactor and trigger a nuclear incident, raising the stakes for all parties watching." These developments were first reported by the Jerusalem Post, which cited 2 sources familiar with the details of the attack and its intended signal. Those same sources claimed that it's Iran who ordered the attack, suggesting Tehran may be willing to use nuclear-adjacent targets as a pressure tool in its broader regional confrontation. However, the UAE itself has not named any state or group as responsible, only stating that the drones came from its western border and that investigations are ongoing. Abu Dhabi has stressed that it reserves its sovereign, military, legal and diplomatic right to respond to any threat against its critical infrastructure, signaling that retaliation remains firmly on the table. A Dubai-based journalist has explained why the Barakah Nuclear Power Plant is seen as strategically and symbolically vital for the UAE. Al Jazeera spoke to journalist Natasha Turak after the reported drone attack on the Barakah Nuclear Power Plant. Turak described the facility as a crowning achievement for the UAE, underscoring its national importance, according to Al Jazeera. Natasha Turak said, and I quote, "It is the first and only nuclear power plant in the Arab world. Built in partnership with South Korea for $20 billion, the plant began full commercial operation in 2021 and supplies about 25% of the UAE's electricity. The Baraka plant also plays a key role in the UAE's climate and net zero goals by 2050. The UAE operates the plant with help from the US, with which it has an agreement to import nuclear fuel rather than developing its own ability to enrich and reprocess uranium. It's really been upheld as an example for the world on how to develop a safe and peaceful nuclear energy program." Unquote. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, which reportedly caused a fire at an electric generator. Emirati officials said there was no danger to the public and no radioactive leak following the incident.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.